in the competition. If I had my way, I would have said let them play Shooting Stars first, because honestly, Shooting Stars, in my opinion, were the best team in the NNL, not just in the Southern Conference, not just in Group B1, in the entire 4 groups. When you look at the margin with which they won their matches and the number of wins that they had. So if Bendel Insurance can get a good result against them, if Bendel Insurance can beat them, for instance, I expect that we'll get 9 points from our group. But whatever, they must just ensure that they do not lose this first game. I expect that they will beat Ekiti United, which will be their next game. But then against Remo Stars is also going to be difficult, because Remo Stars, maybe through some shenanigans, some boardroom points and whatever, finished top of Group B2. Bendel Insurance finished second in that group. But we know that Remo Stars are a good side. I just hope that all of those issues we had during the regular season, they are not going to come up now. I don't think so, because the eyes of the whole country will be there. Everybody wants to see the 4 teams that will be gaining promotion to the Nigerian Professional Football League. So I'm not bothered about playing 3SC first. As I said, if I have my way, I could have said, okay, let them play 3SC first. Because if you play Ekiti United first, for instance, everybody thinks Ekiti United is the easiest team.
The whipping boys in that group.
In this group. Well, I would not call them whipping boys because they've not played any match. So until let's see what they will play in their first game or second game before we say anything. But they finished second behind Shooting Stars. There were some big teams in their group, yet they qualified, for the Super 8. So we have to give them their respect. But let's say you play Ekiti United first, and perhaps you were too confident that Ekiti United will beat them. Suddenly it's a draw. Then the next game you play against Remo Stars, you say, okay, maybe these 2 teams have known themselves, and there have been so many issues. They are, even the proprietor of the club has said some things, about Bendel Insurance in the past and all that. So they just frustrate Bendel Insurance and they get another draw. Then your last game will be against 3SC, who everybody knows this is supposed to be the toughest opponent. It becomes a problem for you, because you have 2 points and you must win your last game, and it is the toughest opponent in the entire competition. So it's good to play them first, get that out of the way. Hopefully you get 3 points against them, or if you do not, so long as you do not lose that game, then you can now, okay, your next game, Ekiti United, you get 3 points, and then the last one against Remo Stars, and by then you will have seen some other results. So maybe a draw will be enough to get you what you want. So I have no problems with playing against 3SC first. I've had those complaints about the draws and everything, but you see, the moment they said it was going to be an abridged league season, the moment they agreed at the beginning that the top 2 teams will qualify and go to play the Super 8, that was where the problem is. Honestly, they should have just said at the beginning of the season that the winner, just as we have in the draw for World Cup qualifiers, where Nigeria is in Group C, you know that you win your group, then you qualify for the final round, which is where, okay, all teams will now be in a pot, and then they just draw, and whoever you get, you play. But this one now, they said there were 4 groups and you needed 4 teams, and you had 2 teams in the north. 2 groups in the north, 2 groups in the south. So why do you need a Super 8? I think what they should have just done was to say, okay, even if they want to say who is the best of the best, just play the 4 groups and say the winner of each group qualifies automatically for the Nigerian Professional Football League. Then at the end of the season, you could have a Super 4 to determine who is the overall winner of the NNL for this season. That's what, if I were part of the organization, this is what I would have told them. No need having to play a Super 8. It's cumbersome. It's a waste of resources and everything. Since each group, and you have 4 groups, it's not like you have 4 groups and you need 2 teams. You have 4 groups and you need 4 teams, Abi. So the winner of each group, and you are going to play home and away against each team in your group. So why do you need a Super 8 again, for God's sake? So just play, let the group winners be the ones that will qualify. But since the rules were there and everybody was aware,
and they agreed to it,
and they agreed to it.
So let's go ahead with
now that they, after getting that, there is no way you will not have a draw. Because if you do not have a draw, you just say, okay, Bendel Insurance, your first match is against 3SC. Bendel Insurance or 3SC could say, no, why would you say I should play Bendel Insurance first? Why not Ekiti United? Why not Remo Stars? Why are you giving me Bendel Insurance? And so that's why it's good to have that draw, so that everybody will see that
you're facing this team first, and then the second team you're facing
nothing is fixed. Yeah. Just play yourself. Honestly, from the beginning, it should have been the winners of each of the groups
progress to a Super 4,
and then you see, if they had done that, then this one that Bendel Insurance did not play
it wouldn't have been.
It would not have been because you know
you
that
have to play all your matches.
You have to play all your matches
at least to get your maximum points.
The top, but because they did not do that, and honestly, if they had even done that, if they had said that the winner of each group will be the one that will gain promotion, that nonsense about giving boardroom points will not have happened.
I think there are many things. There are many things we are going to look at in terms of next season in the NNL. This Super 8 thing, we have to scrap it. It is becoming cumbersome. Looks like we're living in the past. Countries no longer do things like this. If you want to talk about 4 slots, allow the teams that finish first automatically qualify to the NPF, and then you find the champion within the Super 4 system, which is fine by us. But then having 8 teams go to Enugu, to stay there for 1 week or 2 weeks, all in the name of playing the Super 8. Remember, the NNL always complain that they do not have money, that they don't have sponsors, and then the rest. And then the little money you have, you're of course spending it camping teams or even, making unnecessary expenses. Well, for the other match day fixtures, Gombe United will be up against Economy Warriors. DMD will play against Niger Tornadoes, and Ekiti United will be hoping to upset and inform Remo Stars. And then the 2 games will be between Economy and Niger Tornadoes. Shooting Stars will also battle Remo Stars in the Southwest Derby. Gombe will score off against DMD, while Insurance will be hoping to go past Ekiti United. So Bendel Insurance will play Ekiti United in their second match. For the match day 3 fixtures built for September 9, it does pit DMD against Economy Warriors. Ekiti will play Shooting Stars. Niger Tornadoes will battle Gombe, while Remo Stars will rekindle their regular season rivalry against Insurance. So their third match, Bendel Insurance third game in this competition, has to be against Remo Stars. Well, you cannot, of course, hide the fact that, for some people, they love the way the fixtures have been put for Bendel Insurance. If they're able to scale through the hurdle of Shooting Stars, which I think they should do, they'll face Ekiti United, who are not or may not be as strong as Remo Stars or Shooting Stars. So let's see how it gets to go for Bendel Insurance. Wish them all the best. They've got a lot to play for. They've got 9 points to play for in this competition.
Yeah, we've got the reaction of the chief coach of 3SC, Eddie Tagoye. I've asked the media officer of Bendel Insurance. We need to have the reaction of the Bendel Insurance coach too regarding the draw. But let's hear what Eddie Tagoye has to say.
Yeah, coach, the draws has been made, and your first game tomorrow will be your favorite rival, Bendel Insurance. So what are your expectations in the first game and at the end of the Super 8 for Shooting Stars?
Yes, like you rightly said, the draws has been made, and it's important to still know that all the 4 clubs vying for honor in the playoff, there's no pushover. Every team is a very strong team, and playing against Bendel Insurance tomorrow will not be an easy game. You understand this, but we resolve that this time around 3SC must qualify. We have to do everything that is possible to make sure that we win the game tomorrow against Bendel Insurance. It's very important for us to start on a winning note so as to put the team in a very good way going forward.
All right. We know that this is probably the third time Shooting Stars will be trying to cross this hurdle, and now everyone is talking to, including yourself, including the management, that this time around no excuse. And now, so what situation do you think the boys are? Do you think they are mentally ready, physically ready? Because they have the best motivation and the best support from the management.
Yes, the boys are very ready. They are ready to go. And you mentioned that twice we failed in the playoff. The mixes of the past has been taken on board, corrections have been made. And it's important to still know that we are experienced in this type of tournament. And we hope this time around we'll be top time lucky.
Does that come as a pressure to you?
There's always pressure in football, but we embrace it. We embrace this and we use this as motivation.
It's going to be a different ball game going into the playoff. as regards what we saw in the league, what should an average 3SC fan expect from this team?
An average 3SC fan should expect nothing but victory, not only in tomorrow's game, but any game that will participate in this tournament. Yes, there are no two games that are the same, but we are very ready for whatever comes before us. Tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, any day, 3SC is very ready, and the boys are ready to go, like I said earlier on.
Thank you very much.
All right, so editor, go there.
Talking tough.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I like his confidence. And I hope that the people at Bendel Insurance have heard this interview because
it was actually given to us by the media officer of Bendel Insurance.
Because when you hear your opponent talk like this, you should also be prepared for something similar for them. So let's see how it gets to go for insurance. Like we told you, they have a couple of matches to play and win. A draw is non-negotiable because it's a playoff. It's an 8-team tournament, and we know that out of the 8 clubs,
a draw will not be a bad result.
Yeah, but
if they get a draw, it's not going to be a bad result.
Well, of course, looking at the fact that they have to gather as many points as possible to at least be in a position to qualify for the APFL.
But if you get a draw against 3SC, it means 3SC also has 1 point.
Yeah,
you understand? And you know that 2 teams will qualify eventually. So it puts you in a position where I hope they get 3 points too. But I'm just saying a draw will not be the end of the world. A draw against 3SC that we all acknowledge as the biggest threat, it's not going to be a bad result in any way.
Okay.
If you get a draw against 3SC, you get 3 points against Ekiti United. That gives you 4 points. I believe they can beat Remo Stars. At worst, maybe they get another draw. 5 points should be enough. 5 points should be enough because even if you get a draw against 3SC, it means that you've reduced their own. They cannot get 9 points.
Maximum points.
Yeah. So let's say they beat Ekiti United and they beat Remo Stars. Then you beat Ekiti United and you beat Remo Stars. So long as you do not lose to, or even if you draw with Remo Stars, so long as you do not lose to Remo Stars, it gives you you will be above Remo Stars. It means that Remo Stars can only get 4 points, even if they beat Ekiti United. So a draw against 3SC is not going to be the worst result, but I hope that Bendel Insurance can get 3.
I also hope that they've set a point target for themselves. They should also be looking at that because you know that you have matches to play and then you should get a point target for yourself. All right. Elsewhere, Nigerian winger Samuel Chukwueze will be eased back into Villarreal's first 11 after recovering from hamstring injury that kept him out of action for over 4 months. Remember that Samuel Chukwueze missed that UEFA Europa League final, which of course his team Villarreal won against Manchester United a few months ago. But then he's back now. We're hoping that in the coming days he would, of course, maybe regain full fitness and get back to the Villarreal fold. He's been out for a long time, and I mean he's not even. He's not played for the Super Eagles in a while, so we're hoping that he gets to come back to continue what he knows how to do best. On a foreign football scene, Brazilian football legend Pelé has been in hospital for 6 days with an undisclosed health problem, but then the 80-year-old is not seriously ill, so he's expected to recover from this.
They removed a tumor in his colon, that it was suspicious, so they had to remove it. But he debunked rumors that he fainted. He said that that's not what happened. Pelé is 80 years old. Much as we want to have him forever, you've got to start facing reality. Nobody is. We've got to understand that we're all mortals. Diego Maradona, we lost him last year at the age of 60. And we know he and Pelé were close and all of that. Nobody knows when it will be his turn. We've seen very young people pass away. We've seen people that are old also die. Pelé has been in and out of hospital in the last couple of years. So much as it's hot sauce, much as you do not want to ever think about it, but it hovers. You just know that unfortunately one day it's going to happen. Whether it will be in our lifetime or not, we do not know. That's one thing with them. But we wish him a quick recovery. We've seen people who lived until they were above 100. That's what we wish for. And Pelé, I recall Yao Haveland, former FIFA president, was 100 years old as at the time of his passing. Even Real Madrid, one of their greatest ever players, Alfredo Di Stefano, also lived to be, I think, 99, 100 before he passed away. So we hope that Pelé will live that long, but Just when you hear somebody that's above a certain age, even if you are above 50 and you're always hearing this person is going to hospital,
in and out of hospital,
it starts feeling
something that's feeling,
yes,
that's not so good feeling. All right, let's check out the result of the US Open, if we can get that up to those who are listening to us right now.
Yeah, Novak Djokovic, he's through to the quarterfinals. He had to battle hard, and I don't know. It's not been plain sailing for him. But this is Novak Djokovic. We know how fit he is and everything, but he's struggled. I've not the dominance that we've come to expect from him hasn't been there in this tournament. He beat a wild card, Jensen Brooksby. He actually lost the first set 1-6, but he won the second 6-3, the third 6-2, and the fourth 6-2. For the women, Maria Sakkari defeated Bianca Andreescu. This was a titanic tussle. Sakkari lost the first set 6-7, but won the second 7-6 and won the third 6-3. These were the matches that were played today in the US Open, but some matches that were played early hours of yesterday. We've got Francis Tiafoe. He has been knocked out by Felix Auger-Aliassime. Aliassime won this 4-6, 6-2, 7-6, 6-4. Alexander Zverev, who has been really impressive in this competition, he defeated Jack Sinner 6-4, 6-4, 7-6. Leod Harris beat Raila Opelka 6-7, 6-4, 6-1, 6-3. Matteo Berrettini defeated Oscar Otte 6-4, 3-6, 6-3, 6-2. And for the women, Barbara Krejcikova beat Gabina Muguruza 6-3, 7-6. While Belinda Bencic, she defeated Iga Swiatek 7-6, 6-3. Then Emma Raducanu, so many people are talking about her. She was able to beat Shelby Rogers 6-2, 6-1.
Okay, so those are the results of the US Open. Hopefully tomorrow or this evening we should get you more results, and of course get you more updates from the ongoing 2021 edition of the US Open. That's of course the last one for the year. So let's see how it gets to go. Whether Novak Djokovic is able to win another big one for himself. Okay, before we go, let's see if we have messages to maybe take. If we can use 1 minute for that.
Yeah, we've got a couple of messages here. Good morning, sportsmen. For that motivational speech from Mr. Onyema, the chairman of Airpeace, hearing those comments from him, I will this morning say that I want to travel. When I want to travel, I'm going to use Airpeace. Truly, I'm motivated with his comments this morning. Moses from Uromi. And this one says, this NNL is funny. How will you call a Super 4 a Super 8? Godwin from Emirates Palace. It's actually a Super 8. There are 4 teams from the south and 4 teams from the north. So it's a Super 8. But what we're saying is that they should have just done a Super 4.
Maybe what he meant was that it should have been a Super 4.
Yeah. Okay. This one says, what's the scoreline between Cameroon and Cote d'Ivoire yesterday? Okay, so Ivory Coast. Austin from Plymouth Road. Cote d'Ivoire won.
Yeah, I don't know if we can get them that result.
Cote d'Ivoire won the match 2-1. Yeah, a good one for them.
What will happen is hopefully in the evening version of it, we'll just get you all the results.
Yeah, from South Africa also beat Ghana. I was a bit surprised at that.
Looks like things are beginning to change.
South Africa, they beat Ghana 2-1. Can we take one more?
One more.
Oh, okay. They're not even.
Okay, they're not for us, eh?
Okay. There's one here. Good day, Oga, Ibrahim, and CJ. Please, as Andre Onana served his 1-year suspension, and is Alfonso Davis injured? Is junior?
I don't think so. That should be later this year. Maybe.
Yeah, there's a couple of weeks left from that suspension.
Okay. All right. So that's that here. But then before we go, let's go blow the final whistle.
It's a mess. What happened in Brazil on Sunday was one of the most extraordinary things I've seen watching football in my life. I don't quite understand how it happened, but it's very regrettable and very damaging to sport. when we had done everything we could to come to an amicable and sensible arrangement with the Argentine FA to enable our players to play in very important games. Aston Villa Chief Executive Christian Puslo saying the controversy surrounding Brazil and Argentina's World Cup qualifier will make clubs incredibly nervous about releasing their players in future. And that's the final whistle of Sports Fiesta this morning. And of course, Aston Villa, the goalkeeper of...
some of the players are... the Aston Villa guys are not in trouble. It's the guys, Lo Celso and his colleague that will be in trouble at Tottenham. Maybe if we will just get to that story hopefully later today. So you understand the severity of... they are going to be fined, no doubt about that, because, Tottenham sent out a couple of players to the international scene, so we'll see what happens there. All right, so that's the much we can take coming from this edition of Sports Fiesta here on K92.7 FM. Hopefully by 4 p.m. this evening, we'll get to the evening version of the show. Thank you, Saliu Ibrahim, for your time on it. And for those who sent in their messages, thank you also for being a part of our work. Philip, we're back later today. Until then, I remain CJ, the Maestro, signing out.
Trying to get or receive information through all corners of the globe requires unprecedented internet service. At Wireless NG, we provide fast, reliable, and affordable unlimited broadband internet service to homes and businesses. Service is currently available across Lagos and Benin. Visit us today at Wireless NG, 5 Ramaya, Ikenede Street off PZ Sapler Road, Benin City, or our marketing office, 70 Olowo Complex, Airport Road, Benin City, or call 0807-887-9960 or 0703-672-9147. Wireless NG, erasing internet boundaries.
Hey, say your body dey confirm with yo-yo bitters. You go dey wonder wetin e mean. Wetin e mean be say whether you dey take yo-yo bitters every day. Yo-yo bitters dey protection you against infections wey fit happen anytime. Na im be say you go dey take yo-yo bitters like food supplement abi medicine wey doctor give you. Na correct natural ingredients dey inside wey dey wash all yamayama. Ogbonge vitamins dey inside to help your body work well. E never finish o. Yo-yo bitters get minerals wey go boost your body immunity to fight sickness, disease and free radicals. Na im make am dey important to get yo-yo bitters for office, house and everywhere. Yo-yo bitters dey for liquid, gel plus including tablets. Make you quick go buy your own for pharmacy and medicine stores wey near you. Yo-yo bitters make you dey clean inside out.
Listen, we talk about what's more practical and comfortable in the business of elevator, escalator, building automation. Then let's talk about Enabritech Limited for your home and office, companies and industries. When you think of professionals in providing and installing elevator, escalator, building automation, automatic doors and gates, and lots more, think Enabritech Limited. Visit our Benin office, 14 Idean Street, Opiama Road, GRA, Benin City. Telephone 0905-257-2571. Abuja, 40 Mirage Estate, Gwaripa, Abuja. Telephone 0807-7577-398. Lagos, 417 C6 1004 Estate, Victoria Island, Lagos, Nigeria. Telephone 0807-7577-392. Ghana office, Medina Estate, Accra, Ghana. Telephone +233-504-651-537. Email info@enabritech.com. Website www.enabritech.com. Enabritech Limited. Technology moves you.
Superstar lineup.
Hey, this is Taylor Swift. Hi, this is Ariana Grande.
Hey, what's up?
This is Iggy Azalea.
On 92.7 FM.
From Benin City to the world.
This is 92.7 KUFM News.
The time is 9 a.m. Good morning and welcome to the KUFM News Update at 9. I am Charles Oporum. The federal government is seeking to foster a closer collaboration amongst different centers of knowledge to ensure that the outcome of their work benefits the economy positively. The Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Dr. Obunnaya Onu, disclosed this on Monday during a courtesy call on Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki in Government House. Dr. Onu lamented that because various institutions of knowledge in the country are working at cross purposes, the economy has been at the receiving end. The President Muhammadu Buhari administration has approved the setting up of integrated farm estates in all the senatorial districts across the country. Executive Secretary of the National Agricultural Land Development Authority, Prince Paul Ikonne, disclosed this at the weekend after a meeting with President Buhari at the presidential villa in Abuja. Ikonne urged state governments to make arable lands available for the project so that it can be successful. The Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, MACBAN, on Monday asked the federal government to stop state governors from enacting the anti-open grazing law. Secretary General of the group, Saleh Al-Hassan, made the comments during a press conference in Abuja. He said the law would undermine the relative peace and stability currently enjoyed in the local communities, threaten the social order, and worsen cattle rustling. Elsewhere, the national chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, says the commission is in support of the move by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, questioning 6 judges on the conflicting orders from their courts. Mahmood said this at INEC quarterly meeting with political parties in Abuja. With the benefit of technology, the commission has been providing detailed information on the cumulative distribution of registered voters by age, occupation, gender, and disability on a weekly basis. And finally, on the news updates this morning, the Rivers State Governor, Jason Wike, has ordered the Rivers State Revenue Service to fully implement the State Value Added Tax Law 2021, which he assented to recently. This follows the failure of the Federal Inland Revenue Service to stop the state government from collecting VAT, having filed an application at the Federal High Court in Port Harcourt, the state capital. And that's the KUFM News Update on the hour. I am Charles Oporum saying thanks for listening and good morning. Coming up next is a dialogue. Stay with us, please.
KUFM. All the programs on KU 92.7 are now open for sponsorship and advert placements. For sponsorship and advert placements, call now for inquiries 070-380-50243 or 080-8877-3644 or visit KUFM Marketing Office.
Vitamin C to nourish you day by day. Golden Morn, make every day amazing.
Wow, detergent can come again. Wow. You they wash plenty and you they say wow. You fit to win the millions as you they wash with, wow. Jump 50K every day. Wow. If you not time to take calculate, wow. Million naira full ground. If you want to know how, just check the pack. Wow. Get your own cargo when you wash with wow. Detergent, you they wash show. Million naira back at time. So wow, detergent promo.
This promo will end for the 25th of October 2021. Hello, entrepreneurs, business owners, and organizations. KUFM 92.7 has an impressive and constantly expanding number of followers online. You can now advertise your goods and services on KUFM's social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.